Okay guys, we're going to do a quick review and tutorial on the new GoPro 3 White Edition. This is the $200 one. I recommend it highly for FPVers. It's got your output jacks under here, and your micro SD card goes in here. It's got to be a class 10 card, micro HDMI, and your mini USB that you can plug into a computer. I think the HDMI or the USB, both you can use for FPV depending on which pins. Battery goes in the back. It's 30% lighter than the GoPro 2, which is great. It's got a 1050 milliamp battery. You should be able to get at least 2 hours out of it. Depends on your record quality. To turn the camera on, going to hit mode and it'll turn on. This is your start stop button up here, and we're going to go through the modes. As you can see here, I'm in video mode with the camera. I'm shooting at 1080 widescreen at 30 frames per second, and I have 2 videos on here currently, and I think you can see that I have 4.5 hours left of recording time, so this is a full battery. We're going to go through the modes real quick. I'll show you that. If you hit mode, that's what switches your modes. This is the camera setting for taking pictures. If you want to snap a picture, you can hit start, and it takes a picture, and you're good to go. If you hit mode again, this is for burst. Now these are this is on set on 5 megapixels. You can go in and adjust the settings. This will take, I think, 3 pictures per second in a burst. If you want to get like an action shot or whatever. FPVers aren't going to be using that feature much. Okay, this is like a time lapse, but it's set to take pictures every so many seconds. Now right now I have it to take a picture every 2 seconds. And what you can do is you can go in, and I have 9,999 pictures left to take at 5 megapixels. You can just hit the start button, and this is great for FPV because you can hit start, take off, and fly, and it will just take a picture every so many seconds. You can set it up to, I think, 60 seconds for time lapse. This is mainly for time lapse, but it's a great way to remotely take pictures at certain increments, every 2 seconds, 5 seconds. And what you do in this case, you just hit start. It'll snap the picture every 2 seconds. Here's my setting. And then you hit stop to stop it, and in that 10 seconds I had 6 pictures. That's a great feature, and these will be saved in as JPEGs under the DCIM file when you plug it in. The next mode is your tools or your settings. So you hit mode to get there, and then you hit the shutters button. This is where you can change your frames per second, your resolution of the frame. What you'll do is you hit shutter to enter, and you can go down 720, and then you have WVGA 60. The higher frames per second, the better it's going to be for slow motion. You won't get any blur. I want it on widescreen with the highest resolution, so we'll keep it on 1080 by 30 frames a second. And we're going to forward to that. This is where you adjust your time-lapse time. We had it on every 2 seconds. We'll go in there. I'll show you. You can go 5, 10, 30, or 20, or 60 seconds. So we'll keep it on 10 seconds. It's a pretty good, that way you don't have 1,000 pictures when you take a 5-minute flight. This is a good setting here, I found. And figure if you can hold a position for 10 seconds, it'll take a decent picture. Going forward. Now what this does is, if you have the camera mounted upside down, you turn this on and it'll make the pictures turn right side up. So that's a pretty good feature. This is for your spot in the middle of the screen. If you're looking through FPV, you don't want to use it. I always keep it off. Most FPVers keep it off. And it's a nice feature to use if you're taking, if it's a tripod mount and you're taking still photographs. Okay, this is for recording. If you want to fill the SD card and you want to go over the beginning of it, you can do that. Right now I have it off, so if I fill the SD card, it'll stop recording. It won't re-record over what I already have on the card. So I keep this off. If it stops recording, I run out. That way I don't record over anything on the card that I had that I wanted to save. And then we have more tools. Setup of the camera. This is for one button off. You can just hit one button and it'll turn off if you turn that on. This is for your camera selection. If you have a special FPV transmitter where you want to select PAL. We use NTSC here in the United States and in Canada. Overseas in Europe and in China they use PAL cameras. Hit mode again. The OSD, this will show like your time and date. LEDs. You have LEDs that show you when you're recording. And this has a blue LED, I believe, for Wi-Fi. You can turn those on and off, the brightness. This is for your sound, which I have it up all the way so I can hear it beep. And you have your manual off. This is where you set up your time and date. And we're back to exit. Another thing you can do is you can go to wireless controls. This is great. What you're going to want to do is download the GoPro app onto your smartphone. I think they have it both for Droid. I have it on my iPhone. And you can simply link it with your iPhone. If you go into the app here, you can link it with your iPhone and you can preview video live. And let me see if I can get this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and turn this on. We're going to turn it on to the GoPro app. And it's selected. And you can see the blue lights on now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my phone, my GoPro app. Okay, well, see it says searching. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the settings of the phone, and you have to, what this does is this actually puts out a Wi-Fi signal, so you have to go into your settings on your phone, which I'm going to go into my Wi-Fi here, and the GoPro Hero 3 network. Now I already have mine, it's password protected, but it should remember it, and it's sensing the GoPro right now. There you go, it's got it. So I'm going to go back to the app. Okay, and now hit connect and control. And there it is, a live video feed of the GoPro. Now you can see that there was a delay there. It is like a 3 or 4 second delay. You can control all the features of the camera right from your phone. So you can actually use this as your FPV monitor in preview mode. Put it right on your radio and you can see everything live that the camera sees. There's about a 600-foot range on this, so it's not very good. I recommend not using Wi-Fi as far as FPV goes. There's all kinds of interference issues and stuff like that. Anything around power lines and that. So what we'll do is we're going to go back into the settings. I'm going to turn that Wi-Fi off. And we're going to go to off. Turn off Wi-Fi. Okay. And we'll exit out of there. This is your trash can. Now, it's pretty obvious you can delete pictures and videos and stuff like that. What I mainly use this for is formatting the SD card. Even after I delete everything on the computer, it's good to go in and format the card just to make sure that you're not going to have any problems with your video feed. So you can either cancel to get out, select the last video or picture, or all of them, and format the card. It only takes a second to do, and it works really nicely. So, this is the GoPro Hero 3 White Edition. This case, they redid the case a little bit. It's nice. These clips are a lot nicer. Other than that, it looks like the same. Obviously, they put a new front protection lens on it. And you have your button here for your Wi-Fi and backpack controls. And it's always good to keep it in this case. The case, I think, weighs the same as the old case did. There it is, the Hero 3. Let me know if you have any questions.